here it is. It is time for our Facebook forecast. And Nate, does something seem odd to you? A bit strange, perhaps?
Like the weather?
That would be a good clue. I brought something out here. This is a calendar. I stole this off the desk of Shelley Bailey Shaw. Shelley, I promise to return this calendar back to you. But I want to point something out. It actually is August of 2011. It is the 30th day of August of 2011. But yet, our weather today feels something a little more like maybe September? No, not really. Maybe something a little more like this month, October. Specifically, maybe the first week in October, where daytime highs today were just into the upper 60s and low 70s. Certainly not the latter part of August, which it's supposed to be in the 80s, and if we're lucky, maybe even into the 90s. Didn't happen. And you know what? It's going to feel like October again tomorrow, and I'll show you why. Let's go over here. Our roller coaster weather pattern is continuing across the entire Pacific Northwest. Cloudy, cool. The good news is, I think we are going to get back into a warm-up later in the week, but for the next few days, it's going to seem a little fall-like rather than the latter part of summer across the area. Take a look at these daytime highs. Here in Portland, 70 degrees. We're supposed to be 80. On the coast today, Astoria at 65. There were some 80s down south in Medford and way over in eastern Oregon where today Burns was at 86 and something a little more summer-like. Ontario today up to 91 degrees. Well, so what's going on across the Pacific Northwest, you ask weather-wise, and I will show you. What's going on is this. There is an area of low pressure right here coming ashore just to the north of us, and it's kind of skirting across parts of southern British Columbia. Now, over the next 24 hours, that little area of low pressure and this, at upper level trough, will introduce some very cool air coming in out of the Gulf of Alaska. Plenty of clouds out there as well. So tonight and tomorrow, we stay mostly cloudy. And as that little area of low pressure skirts off towards the east, it'll have a tendency to pull more and more cool air in off the Pacific Ocean. And that means not just cloudy, but maybe even some light rain showers for tomorrow on Wednesday for the first part of the day. And the gorge, well, still breezy, and that's not good news for the firefighters there. They'll see west winds tomorrow, upwards of 25 to 35 miles an hour. As a matter of fact, take a look at this. I'll show you this time lapse we did earlier in the day. This is that cloud cap fire near Dollar Lake. You can see right there outside of Hood River, and you can see that smoke just lays down like that, blowing along from west to east. And you can see how fast the winds are moving in the gorge by how close that smoke is to the ground. Never gets a chance to rise up into the upper atmosphere, and hence still windy and still dry. Yeah, cool, but not really good news to firefighters on the east side of the Cascades. So here's the forecast. Tomorrow, 68 and drizzle. That kind of seems like October, Nate. As a matter of fact, you know, our daytime highs for the first week in October should be 70 degrees. Actually below that. Thursday, low 70s, 73. Friday, things looking a bit better, and then finally, as we get in towards the three-day weekend, Saturday and Sunday and Labor Day Monday, daytime highs will be back up into the 80s and even low 90s on Labor Day and for the first part of next week. But over the next couple of days, it's going to be cloudy, it's going to be cool, and possibly even damp across the area. A little subtle reminder the seasons will be changing in the next 60 days. We'll talk more about this tonight coming up on K2 News at 11. Don't forget our Facebook forecast Monday through Friday. The best in online weather conversation, KATU.com. And of course, as always, Shelley Bailey Shaw for Secret Appointment Calendar. What you got going on this year? Let's see here.